Edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Twins and the Oakland A's. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Frankie Montas gets the ball for Oakland in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Max Kepler, the next to grab a bat. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Kepler.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Underway in the second of 4 here this weekend as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's not do or die. It's only game 2 of the season, but you never want to drop the home opener, and you certainly don't want to find yourselves 0-2 when you leave the ballpark today.
The 1-1 home. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. And he lays off ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Stepping in, Jorge Polanco. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Has a look, now the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate. In his career versus this pitcher, small sample, a perfect 1-for-1. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The 2-0 on the way. Outside and low, 3-0. Following next is Nelson Cruz. He waits on deck. The 3-0 is in there for strike 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, Dero, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Kepler gets his lead at first, nobody out. Bouncer up the middle. Simeon's got it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Striding forward now is the DH, Nelson Cruz. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. He's set, here it comes.
Nope. Count 1-0.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. The 3-1 pitch.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing it that way.
And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
So runners at first and second here with 1 away. And that brings up the former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson. From the stretch.
Ball.
Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the run will score as the Twins grab the early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Set and the pitch. A bullet to first base. The tag will get him coming back to first. It's a double play and the inning is over. A run, a hit, and a man left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Twins lead it 1-0. Jake Odorizzi will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Number 22.
Here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, Matty, not easy to start opening day on the road and grab a W in the opponent's ballpark, but that's what happened, and they come into game 2 with a chance to set the tone in this series.
High in the air down the right field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Second baseman, Tony Kemp.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. First pitch coming, here it is. swing, and he pops him up. Donaldson trying to get there. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Odorizzi's ready. Here's the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. Semien is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here, take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Hit in the air down the left field line. On the move is Rosario. And he makes the catch in the corner. A's are gone in order. It remains 1-0. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it.
0-1 count. Here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Split-fingered pitch that's by him for strike two.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming, and then boom, the bottom falls out of it. Terrific pitch.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Davis has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number one.
The second baseman, Luis Arias.
So coming to the plate, Luis Arias, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch.
Nope. Ball one.
One out, nobody on. This one skied out toward right. Piscotty is there. 2 down.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 22, Miguel Sano.
Now to the plate, Miguel Sano. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down go the Twins in order. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. And that'll bring up Matt Olson, who was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. The pitch. Swing and a miss, got him reaching. And he makes the throw to first. Olson is retired, and there's 1 away.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canha. First pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, that's out.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Drilled right back up the middle. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Hats off to that one.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get enough on the throw to get him out at first.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. And he fouls this one off. Chapman playing here in his age 26 season. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Rosario is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They trail this one 1-0. Here's Byron Buxton now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
The center fielder, number 25.
Here comes the first pitch. To short. Taken in by Simeon. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Now batting, the right fielder, Max Kepler.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Max Kepler. He worked a walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. Now here's the pitch.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
So now to the plate, Jorge Polanco, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. High and deep down the left field line. Long run for the left fielder, and they can't run it down. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. Here's Chris Day. 8 and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0. 1 gone for the A's here in the third. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Reined in. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting up, the catcher, Austin Allen.
Now at the plate, Austin Allen. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First offering on its way. And a high strike there. 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. A's still looking for that elusive first hit of the ball game. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Stepping up now, Ramon Laureano. From the stretch. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike one. 2 out with the man at first. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Oakland. They still trail 1-0. And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz.
The designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
The third base, Donaldson.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Josh Donaldson. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and he's got to feel super confident right now. He's the only real offense in this game. Guys on the mound have been executing every pitch.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Heading after it is Piscotty, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
The left fielder.
He had just retired 9 straight batters right there. He hadn't been in a stretch in a long time. Let's see if the offense can break through.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Now the 2-0. One run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Mitch Garver.
Into the box now, Mitch Garver comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
One and 0. Here it is. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
3-0 now.
3-0.
Luis Arias would be next. The 3-0 pitch. Hot shot down the line, but foul. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Now a line drive caught down there at third. Unlucky that time, and that ball will end the inning. Bottom of the inning now. Now at the plate, Tony Kemp. He flew out in his last at bat.
Second baseman, Tony Kemp.
Here's the pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. A ball and a strike now. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run.
You don't see this very often off of this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
To the plate now, Marcus Semien. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now the 1-0.
That's in. Ball 2.
Base is empty here with nobody out. Now here's the pitch. 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4. And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Striding in for Oakland, Matt Olson looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And it's fouled away. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
The 1-2. Scooped up. One there. On to first to complete the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
So base is empty now after the double play, and standing in is the DH, Mark Canha. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. In there at the letters 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Hit on the ground is short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
So that brings up the always in one with a flyout. The 1-0 home.
Nope. Outside.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Donaldson's there. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We're back to Friday night baseball on the show after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
Leading off for
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
the second baseman, Luis Arraez.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Laureano is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Miguel Sano.
Standing in, Miguel Sano. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now here it comes. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Sano Playing here in his age 26 season. He's a corner infielder, normally a third baseman, but he's at the other corner at first base here in this one. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
Misses. Ball 2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. One out, nobody on. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the line toward right center. Piscotty is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton. First offering on its way. Too high. 1-0.
You got to be careful with this guy here. He can really handle the bat. Even though they're 2 outs, he might try to drop one down for a base hit.
Grounded. 2 out, nobody on. And this is low. Ball 2. 2-1. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Fouled away. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Three and one now as that misses down and in.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And that misses. Ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Lined but speared on a hop. There's one. The relay back to the pitcher, covering in time to double him up.
That's good athleticism here by the pitcher, getting off the mound. He gets the ball to first and then hustles his way over to the bag to help him wrap up the tough 3-6-1 double play.
So base is empty now after the double play, and now it'll be the catcher, Austin Allen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And right into the shift. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat.
Leading off for Minnesota, the right fielder, Max Kepler.
First pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Popped him up. Chapman in foul ground, and no one will track it down. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is
and a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
The batter, number 11.
Boy, this is an absolute gift to them, especially when they've had so much trouble getting anybody on base. So now the leadoff hitter is aboard and might be looking to run. They've got to do whatever they can to get some offense going.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Mike Fiers takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 50, Mike Fiers.
Ready for another shot now. Jorge Polanco. His previous history with Mike Fiers, not a lot of success. 0 for 12. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fires. He's tossed more than 1,000 innings at the big league level and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fires. Stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He was taken in the 22nd round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 1-2. And he pops him up back behind second base. Simeon will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Up next for the Twins, the designated hitter, Nelson.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. And a good slider here to start the at bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Kepler, base runner at first with 1 out. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
1 strike.
Now the 2-1. Now a drive by Cruz. Deep left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A 2-run dinger off the bat of Nelson Cruz. First home run of the campaign for him, and it gives the Twins a 3-1 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno. Number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Fouled off. One and 2. Here it comes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And here is strike 3 called on the fastball. Looked to be about eye level, but it's out number 2 instead.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Into the box now, Eddie Rosario. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Fire sets his sights. Here's the 0-1. And he pulled the string a bit too sharply there on a curveball as it's down around the shoe tops. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And it's fouled away. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for two. And now he'll get into scoring position with two away.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now. So this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
At the plate, Mitch Garver, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Twins 3 and the A's 1. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1. Two and 0 now. Outside, 3-0 now.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
Here it is, the 3-0. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. And there he goes toward second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily. The 1-0. One run, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 2-1. Hard on the ground towards short. Right to him. And there's 1 away.
The batter, number 10. Shortstop, Marcus.
Standing in as the potential tying run, Marcus Semien. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's set. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Here it comes, 1-0. Ball 2 now.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Two-0 count, the pitch.
That's out.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
It was obvious when the count went to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
So now it's Mark Hanna, a hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope. Ball 1.
Looking at his career totals, Hanna possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. The 1-0. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. On to first, and the A's fail to cash in here as the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Digging in, Luis Arias, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Luis Arias.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time, but foul. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Strike right there, but don't kid yourself.
The first baseman, number 22, Miguel Sano.
So stepping in, Miguel Sano. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Here's Byron Buxton now as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Byers gets his sign. Here's the pitch. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
To 1-2 now. Into the corner and slicing foul. He'll try again. 1-2. On a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Chris Davis next to bat. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. It was a walk in his last trip. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The 2-2. A bouncer to the left side, reined in. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The batter, the right fielder, Piscotty.
So that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Just missing here, 2-0.
Well, he's fallen behind to the hitter here, and this is kind of what we were talking about. He might be losing just a little bit of the strike zone because his mechanics are giving way. Maybe fatigue is setting in.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And a curious looking swing that time, as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. And he misses again, as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound, and a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Sergio Romo takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 54, Sergio Romo.
Austin Allen will be the first to greet him here, as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. He's set, and the pitch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to first. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ramon Laureano. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard on the ground to second. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass, as the inning is over. A's strand a couple, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Max Kepler. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
A windup and the 0-1.
1-1. You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball sent back up the middle and into center field. A base hit, so early trouble here to start the 8th inning.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed by the offensive player, fighting. It doesn't.
Now the 1-0 is roped to left, a base hit.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
J.B. Wendelken is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 57, J.B. Wendelken.
Nelson Cruz will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. from the stretch.
1-0.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
The 3-2 pitch, and he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
These guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, one swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
Josh Donaldson digging in now. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch on its way. Fouled away. Wendelken is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and when he does, they're almost always kept in the yard.
Matty V, there are 2 keys to being a good relief pitcher, and always remember these. 1, limit the base on balls. 2, keep the ball in the ballpark. You can't defend a walk, and you can't defend a round tripper, and he does both.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. And that misses 2-2. Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Full count. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
You don't see too many guys at this level be late on off-speed pitches right there. That tells me he was totally sitting on something else or was going automatic take.
Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too, and here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Digging in once again, Eddie Rosario, and with every base occupied, a big hit here could really put this one out of reach. First pitch coming. Here it is.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Here's a huge swing by Rosario and a deep drive to right field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. First home run of the campaign for him, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Yeah, and you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with the power hitter at the plate. The best thing he could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
Lou Trevino enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Now batting, catcher, Mitch Garver.
Standing in now, Mitch Garver, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
So now to the plate, Luis Arias. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. 1-1, here it is.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Still only 1 out in the inning.
Nope.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
There's ball 4.
Ball 4.
The first baseman, number 22, Miguel Sano.
Ready for another chance? Miguel Sano. He went down on strikes last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Outside, that's a ball.
And he'll miss the target away with a fastball. It's 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals.
2 balls.
And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. The 2-1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
The next twin up, Byron Buxton. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. 0-1 pitch on its way. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. A runner on first with 2 away. Way outside. 1-2.
Well, that's pretty much a no-brainer right there. If a guy misses that bad on a curveball, you've got to throw him another one. That was better recognition there.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Allen gathers, but he's not going to have a play, and they'll allow him to reach first after the strikeout. And not what he wanted to do there, as now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Max Kepler. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. 2 men are on with 2 men out. A ball and a strike. Two and 1 now to the Twins leadoff man. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
Ball 3.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Full count to Max Kepler. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So this once slim lead is slim no longer as 5 runs come across to score to help build a substantial advantage. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Minnesota leads this one 8-1. Stepping in now, the speedy Tony Kemp. He was a ground out victim last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1. In there at the knees. 0-2 now.
It's out. 0-2.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound, and he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
At the plate, Marcus Semien. No hits to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out towards shallow right. Kepler's there for it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now back, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Standing in, Matt Olson. It was a walk in his last trip. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
The 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A bouncer to the left side. Scooped up. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. A's are gone in order. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Yasmero Petit comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
36, Yasmero Petit.
Digging in, Jorge Polanco. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
The shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey!
0-1, here's the pitch.
Hey!
And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Twins DH. The 3-2 pitch. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Davis is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Donaldson. So far 2 for 3 in this one. First offering on its way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
2 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. The pitch. Fouled off. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
Here now the 2-2. Hit high and deep to left field. Davis going back, and it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot off the bat of Josh Donaldson. First home run of the campaign for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
The left fielder, Eddie.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0. Mitch Garver would be next. Set to deliver on 3-0. Strike taken up in the zone. Here's the 3-1. And it's fouled away. Another full count pitch home. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Settling in now, Mitch Garver looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive to left. Davis will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Twins 9 and the A's 1. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Mark Canha, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those two pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Two and one after the foul ball there. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. It's short, hit hard. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. The throw into second. Throw won't get him. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. And that'll bring in Matt Chapman at bats to this point. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
1-1.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
I mean, you want to talk about doing your job and getting paid for it. There it is right there. Unselfish AB trying to work his guy from second to third. And oh, what do you know? Knock for yourself.
At the plate now, Chris Davis. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 delivery. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
They get the run there, but this late in the game with the lead in hand, you'll definitely trade an out for a run. That doesn't mean a whole lot.
Digging in now, Stephen Piscotty. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey.
One out and a runner on second base. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Good waste pitch, 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit out towards second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Hey guys, I understand it right there. The third base coach has got to hold them up. They're down by a lot of runs right now. No reason to risk getting a guy thrown out at home in this situation.
Tyler Duffy enters from the bullpen, hoping to get the final 2 outs and put this one into the win column. At the plate, Austin Allen, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. In to score, the runner from third. And he's safe.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Now at the plate, Ramon Laureano. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First offering on its way. This pitch is popped up. Arias waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Tony Kemp.
A's down to their final out now, and striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. First pitch coming. Here it is. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Last strike now for Oakland. And 2-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
9-3 the final tally here in this one. Minnesota rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Jake Odorizzi earns his first win of the season as he goes 6+ innings and allows only a pair of base hits. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Twins, 9 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Athletics, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game: 3 hours and 28 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.